For the men's side, you can't say it's as open because, well, you got Nadal and you got Djokovic. I mean, Nadal, 12-time winner of the French Open. Here's a look at the projected round of 16 for the men.
Well, we were always talking about where was Dominic Thiem going to fall. He came into the bottom half where Rafa is, and you have some names there that could be potentially dangerous, but Rafa, to me, his main issue is the fact that he lost in Rome to Schwartzman, and he likes his things in order, just like his bottles. He likes everything in order, coming into the French to win it for a 13th time, and he only played Rome. Last year, remember, he was coming without winning a title, and when he won Rome, he said, well, at least I won a title going into the French. This year, he will not have that luxury.
And then just quickly looking at the top where Djokovic is, I mean, he's looking very, very good, but also you got to keep a lookout for Rublev, who's playing extremely well, and Shapovalov, the number 9 seed, first time seeded in the top 10, first time in the top 10 in his career. So that's new for him, but those are two to look out for, I think, on the top for Djokovic. A
Shapovalov-Tsitsipas fourth-round matchup would be juicy indeed, but of course all eyes will be on Rafa Nadal, the 12-time winner, looking for, should we call it La Trece? Is that the 13th?
La Trece.
La Trece. This would be the road to La Trece for Rafa Nadal. And not so bad.
Well, nothing.
On paper.
Well, talked about Gallo and Charlie Moya was talking to Rafa's coach about how to take this, and Francis Roach as well, who's been in the corner of Rafa Nadal for all those 12 trophies in France. And he said, we're not even looking at a second round. We're going to take it baby steps at a time, and that's a smart way to go about it.
That's very Rafa, though, isn't it? Workmanlike. I don't look past my opponent. It's probably why he's gotten to where he's gotten at this point.
One of the mentally toughest opponents out there and one of the hardest workers. I mean, I think it's such a good attitude to have, is just taking that one step at a time and not looking ahead. A lot of players are actually starting to implement that more and more.
You got to think Rafa, Djokovic, Thiem are the 3 top favorites. After that, who has a chance to actually win this thing?
Well, that's a tough one. You know, I would be looking at Tsitsipas if he manages to get through the Chorich incident in New York. I like him. Shapovalov, let's see how he plays on the clay. But there are a lot of players that did not make the trip to New York that might have a better chance than they thought initially going into the clay without having to do that transition.
Yeah, of course, we whittled it down to the, chalk 16.
Right.
But there are some really good first-round matches which could really shape things as the tournament goes up. We call them popcorn matches because you want to get your popcorn. How about Coco Gauff starting with Joanna Konta in the first round? That is a great first-round matchup. Well, not for them maybe, but for us.
No, that is great. And Konta actually is starting to play better and better on the clay. It wasn't her best surface or favorite surface in the past, but she had a good semifinal run a couple years ago, I think it was. And so that's a really good first round. Obviously, Serena, we're going to be looking out for her playing another American and Christian Cilic team. Absolute incredible first round, Nico.
Well, 2 U.S. Open champions in the newly minted Grand Slam winner in Dominic Thiem. That should be interesting. Cilic not going through his best phase, but a challenging match as a first round. Bublik is a question mark because this guy is so talented. He can play so well if he's focused, and he will be, because he will be playing a match on the Philippe Chatrier Stadium late in the afternoon against Monfils, and it's easier to concentrate when you have a match like that. And then the big one, to me, Wawrinka against Murray. That one is something that everybody will be looking at.
A battle of 2 guys who actually could be considered within the big 4, right? Murray and Wawrinka are like right below Rafa, Roger, and Novak.
Well,
and here's some more popcorn matches in the first round. Sakari and Tomljanovic, not bad.
Yeah, that's a great one. And Gerges Risk is actually one that stands out to me quite a bit. I think Risk obviously playing incredible tennis. Gerges is a very good clay court player. She loves the surface. So that's going to be a tough first round. And also Sinner Goffin. I mean, Sinner, to me, that one stands out. I'm kind of looking forward to that one. I've slowly started to watch him play more and more and getting very excited about him. He reminds me of Rublev a little bit, the way he just goes after his shot. So that's going to be interesting. And of course, Shapovalov Simone, I think.
Yeah, that's the most even matchup is the Sinner Goffin, but Djokovic has the Swede Mikael Ymer, and Djokovic was impressive in Rome. He did not seem to have any issues going from the hard courts to the clay. Simply very, very impressive what Novak is accomplishing.
All right, so that's our first glance impressions of the draw. Go to tennis.com for the real deep dive and look into both the men's and women's draw in 2020 Roland Garros.